Hello, fellas and ladies. This is very spur of the moment. I was not planning on doing this. It is 10:40 p.m. on a Friday. There's a burrito bowl off screen waiting for me, and I just wanted to get this out of here. I have nothing prepared. I did not write it. Usually I write like something to prep me. I got nothing on this one. This is all from the heart. I watched Hurry Up Tomorrow, the Trey Edward Schultz movie that's like supposed to be a companion piece to The Weeknd's new album. You know, The Weeknd, he's a star boy. This stirred something in me. Just an anger that felt new. I didn't know this emotion existed to me. I've seen some garbage this year. Like I've seen Flight Risk was quite terrible. Captain America was horrendous. Hell, even Minecraft was like awful, but like in a way that was like kind of entertaining. The only movie that I could honest to God say is worse than this that came out this year at least was The Electric State, because that movie just filled me with dread. But this one, again, I'm going off the cusp here. I'm gonna be rambling a lot. Probably this video might suck. This is just holy shit. I had The Weeknd, he's a Toronto-born boy. That's where I live. I don't live there, but like he's the province that I live in. Him and Drake. I get all the fuckers. All the weirdos. I really had no opinion on The Weeknd beforehand. He was in The Idol. That was awful. He was notably terrible in that. But other than that, I'm like, all right. He was in Uncut Gems, and he got some bangers. I'm not insulting him as a musician at all. I'm very picky with modern music. He's not someone I rarely rush to a new album by artists. Like Kendrick is one of the very few exceptions. I'm not dissing The Weeknd. He's just he is clearly talented. I only listened to the one he did during COVID because I was dating someone who loved him. He knows I didn't make a banger, but other than that, I had no real opinion on him. That's shifted after this movie. I sincerely believe he is an actual egomaniacal freak of nature. I have the lowest opinion of this man imaginable. This movie is such a disaster. It is a freakish Frankenstein of a monstrosity. So fueled by narcissism, in every way. The basic plot of this movie, The Weeknd plays a version of himself. And I don't know, he's spiraling a little bit. I guess by the way, this review has no regard to spoilers. If you're watching this, you've either seen the movie or you don't care. So I'm just gonna talk openly about what happens in the movie, not in detail. I'm not gonna go scene for scene. A lot of it is very repetitive, so I'm not gonna be going deep into every single scene. Just some stuff that stuck out to me. But very basically, he's playing a version of himself, The Weeknd. He's spiraling a little bit because I guess his girlfriend broke up with him. I think she's supposed to be Bella Hadid, or was it Gigi? One of the Hadid. I know he dated one of the Hadids. I don't remember which one. And yeah, he's spiraling a little bit. They don't tell us he goes I can't. I know I did that to you. I didn't mean to. And it's do what? They never explain, by the way. And the crux of it is Jenna Ortega plays an Annie Wilkes kind of from Misery kind of character, who kidnaps him and does some shit. It's low-hanging fruit at this point, but oh my god, The Weeknd cannot act. He really can't act to save his life. And I've seen some actors suck, but he wants to be good so bad. He wants to be an actor so bad, he just does not have it in him. Which, again, alright, whatever. But he also wrote the movie, and he wrote the movie to have complexities in his character that he is just not capable of. He does not have talent. He is a talented musician. I'm not taking that away from him. He can obviously sing and all that jazz, but as an actor, as a writer, as someone who just does movies, he is talentless. He is bad, and he just refuses to accept that. He got railroaded for The Idol and didn't learn a thing. It's that the critics don't know nothing. They don't know anything. Yeah, there's some clips of him going viral, a little out of context. Context definitely helps those scenes to a little extent, but he just does not know how. His only mode is extreme. He's in the Gal Gadot and Snow White camp of every time they talk, it's just Boom, ruined. He does not know how to do this. He is bad. He needs to accept that. I know his whole thing with this album is The Weeknd's gone. It's now Abel Tesfaye, and I'm an actor now. It's like, just go back to music. And the movie addresses that his vocals are getting shot, but in that case, just retire, quit. He's really bad in this movie. Jenna Ortega is getting praise, and rightfully so. She is good, but not to an extent that the movie gets saved or anything like that. I don't know. She is good as much as this movie allows it. This script allows her to be good because her character is the most one-dimensional maniac imaginable. She's just she's crazy. She's obsessed with The Weeknd. Also, she does a weird therapy thing at the end. She only exists to service him, and her whole existence revolves around him because The Weeknd only hates women and doesn't know how to write one. If you think me saying he hates women is harsh, but look up anything about what happened behind the scenes of The Idol and then tell me he respects women as humans. The movie kind of goes on a misery kind of tone where it's all right, misery but with a pop star. That's interesting, especially with stan culture. But the movie, it only exists to prop up, it's meant to sell albums for sure, but it's only it feels also existence to feed an ego. 10 minutes of this movie is Jenna Ortega 10 consecutive minutes of this movie is Jenna Ortega dancing to Weeknd songs and explaining to him why they're deep and not just dance she makes the point twice it's dancey and all that. It's all it's a nightclub song, but also it's actually really deep and really about all your insecurities and your loneliness. It's 10 minutes of this movie. Holy shit, what a narcissist. It really reminded me of when I saw Maestro. Follow me on this one. I don't like that movie. Watching the movie, I was so much of this movie only exists to prop up Bradley Cooper's ego. But at least with that movie, it's alright, it looks good, he's good. I can honestly say maybe me saying Bradley Cooper is a narcissist off of Maestro is probably me projecting. And clearly, a lot of people who have met him say he's super chill. This movie, though, it's holy shit. Trey Edward Schultz is not innocent. I like Trey Edward Schultz, director of Waves, all that jazz. I vibe with him. His maximalism and genre bending shit is still in here, but it's so at odds with The Weeknd not knowing what a movie is that it just feels so purposeless. All the mayhem, there's a lot of psychedelic shit in this movie and weird editing choices that the movie kind of, I guess I can see how it blends with The Weeknd's music, but it feels so purposeless otherwise. There's so much, there's a horror sequence with an elevator in this movie that just feels so out of place and exists for nothing. The best way to put it is The Weeknd probably is one of those people who thinks A24 is a genre. So many times he was writing the movie and editing going are we doing an A24? This is an A24, guys. This movie it's Barry Keoghan's also in the movie. There's nothing much to him. He's he constantly pushes him to do more drugs. He's a bad influence. That's the point of Barry Keoghan's character. There's a scene in the movie where they're at a party, everyone's going nuts, and The Weeknd's just in his alone in another room, playing the piano or trying to sing. And it's that's the scene from Walk Hard. I feel it's he's not gonna do the drug. He's too good. He just loves music so much. That's the scene from Walk Hard. It's the scene where how can I enjoy this birthday party when there's so much injustice in the world? That's the scene. This movie can easily give you a seizure, which I don't really care. But again, there's no purpose to any of the flashiness and the anxiety-inducing mayhem in this movie. This movie's just a series of unexplained escalations that don't add up to anything except buy the album. Again, that's the whole dissection at the end of The Weeknd in the end that feels so out of left field. It just feels so much because the whole movie it's refusing to give you anything because The Weeknd wants you to think he's fucked up in ways that don't make him look villainous. It'll be he's lonely. That's the issue with him. And then when we get to this scene, it's just and actually, here's another thing that's wrong with you. It's it fills up to nothing. It could have been a short film or that thing that Taylor Swift did. I hate that the movie does this thing to promote the album where it's the past songs he's been lying. This is him being honest. It's just that's the thesis of this movie. It's The Weeknd going, this new album I got, it's my honest one. It's the one where I'm most honest. And most importantly, it's available on all streaming platforms. I get, you're selling an album, that's fair, but don't put this pretentious shit in front of me then. Be pretentious, I don't care, but have meaning. You don't have meaning. The Weeknd, it does not have a fucking deep bone in his body. He is such an obviously narcissistic psychopath. I'm just going off on this guy. This movie's like really bad. The movie ends in a way that's like, what? I'm sorry, what? The point really is buy the album? Really? Like, the movie's just kind of trying to set up like this Jenna Ortega character in a way that's like, oh, she's this maniac trying to chase down The Weeknd. Like, it starts with her burning down his house, which winds up being only to like support the fact that she burns down the hotel later. Then she like, they have like a bit of a whirlwind romance thing, but like there's nothing to that. Like, at one point, Jenna Ortega like exerts like her backstory to him. Nothing about it is earned. It feels so fake and so awkward. And then in the morning, like, I don't know, she knocks him unconscious for no real reason. She just wipes his phone, which you might be thinking like, oh, maybe it's leading up to, like I said, misery. But then it's like, I'm not here to kidnap you or anything like that. I'm here to help you discover your inner demons. What's up? And then Barry Keoghan finds them through the Find My Phone, because they're in a hotel, like a different hotel than they're originally staying at. And he's like, I know you're in there. I have Find My Phone. And it's like, okay, that's not how Find My Phone works. The hotel, sure, but the exact room? And then she just kills him. They add to an altercation and she kills him. And then afterwards she douses him in gas, and then he's like, I'm finally honest with myself. And then the album. Oh my god. This is a dizzying movie, man. All that style with so little to back it up. This movie is for nobody. It's not even like I know everyone's heard like the terrible reviews. It's not even like in a so bad it's good kind of way. It's not like, like you watch Cats or like Megalopolis and it's like, oh, these movies suck, but like in a fun, entertaining way. This movie sucks in a way that's pathetic. It's super like, it's just an hour and 40 minutes of The Weeknd jerking off in front of a mirror. It's terrible. It's for nobody. Fans of the movie, like, again, the movie kind of shits on The Weeknd's music, so the movie's not for them. So the movie's not for Weeknd fans. For people who aren't fans or in the middle, they're like me, who are just gonna be like, oh, okay, this guy seems like a fucking maniac. For people who, like their senses being not fucked with, they're probably gonna not like it. For fans of, I don't know, Jesus, the Lord, they're probably gonna have some questions for that. Like, need an explanation from that guy. It's miserable. It's a miserable movie. The Weeknd is such a pathetic excuse of a human. I hate this man now. I sincerely hope he never makes another cent again. This movie sucks. Purely born off of the ego of a fragile man. Hurry Up Tomorrow is I don't even want to do the spiel that I do at the end where I give the rate. It doesn't get it right. It's 0. The rating is 0. I'm not fucking around here. I know Jenna Ortega is good, but like that's not enough. The movie has no vision. Like, the movie visually can be solid, but again, it's all adding up to nothing and lessened by The Weeknd just pretending he knows what movies are. And it's like he knows what he's supposed to do and not why he's supposed to do it. It's I know Trevor Schultz did it. I'm only lashing out The Weeknd, but it's so clear his fucking egotistical fingerprints all over this garbage fire. Yeah, this sucks. Awful. Don't watch it. Final Destination Bloodlines is out this weekend, and that's very good. It's funny. It's got the mean-spirited cartoon violence last couple movies. Did you watch that? Or Sinners. Sinners is back in theaters and 70mm IMAX. Go watch that. Don't watch this. Even if you're curious, just don't bother. It's a miserable experience. Yeah, go watch Final Destination Bloodlines. that's much better. I watched it afterwards. It's a lot of fun. At 8 weekends out of 10 for Final Destination Bloodlines. Yeah, that's enough of that. Fuck The Weeknd. Let's grab and share. Get the fuck out of here.